Imagine struggling every single day just to afford a meal, living in a tiny rented room, drowning in student debt, and wondering how you'll survive tomorrow. Now, imagine being offered a way out, a life of luxury, wealth, and security, all for saying two simple words: I do. That's exactly what happened to Daniel, a 24-year-old college student who had spent his entire life in poverty. When a wealthy 71-year-old woman proposed marriage to him, he thought it was a bizarre joke. But when he realized she was serious, he saw it as a chance to escape the life that had been nothing but suffering and struggle. However, what seemed like a dream soon turned into a nightmare. Because just 7 days after the wedding, Daniel uncovered a dark truth about his new wife, one so terrifying that it changed his life forever. Hello guys, welcome to Stories of Hope. Today I'm really excited to share with you an incredible and shocking story, one that will leave you speechless. But before we start, let me know in the comments, where are you watching this video from? Tell me the name of your country or city. Alright, let's dive into today's story. Daniel had never imagined himself marrying a woman nearly 3 times his age. He wasn't a gold digger, nor was he desperate for love. But life had been cruel to him. He had grown up in foster care, worked endless shifts just to put himself through college, and barely had enough money to buy food. One evening, after finishing his shift at a local cafe, he met her. Madeline Sinclair. She was a powerful, elegant woman, a billionaire known for her chain of luxury hotels. She had been widowed twice, never had children, and for some reason, she was interested in him. At first, Daniel thought she was just being kind. Maybe she saw something in him, a struggling student, and wanted to help. But then she made a shocking offer. "Marry me, Daniel," she said over dinner at the most expensive restaurant in town. "I will take care of you. You'll never have to worry about money again." Daniel laughed, assuming she was joking, but her expression remained serious. "Why me?" he asked. "Because I see potential in you, and I need a husband. It's a simple arrangement. No love, no expectations, just marriage," she said, sipping her wine. His mind raced. Was she lonely? Did she just want companionship? Or was there something else? Against all logic, Daniel said yes. A week later, they were married in a private ceremony. He moved into her grand estate, a mansion so big it felt like an entire city. For the first time in his life, he had everything: expensive clothes, luxury cars, personal chefs, and endless wealth. But something felt wrong. Madeline had strict rules. She locked certain rooms in the mansion, forbade him from asking about her past, and insisted he never enter her personal study. And then, on the 7th night, Daniel made a horrifying discovery. That 7th night, Daniel couldn't sleep. There was something unsettling about the mansion, something that made his skin crawl. He had never questioned Madeline's past, but the longer he stayed, the more he felt like a prisoner rather than a husband. As he walked through the dimly lit halls, he noticed something strange. Her personal study door, which was always locked, was slightly open. His heart pounded. He knew he shouldn't go in, but curiosity got the best of him. Slowly, he pushed the door open and stepped inside. The room was filled with old photographs, newspaper clippings, and documents that looked like legal files. But one particular article sent a shiver down his spine. Mysterious disappearance of business rival linked to Madeline Sinclair. He grabbed another paper, another missing person, and another. Dozens of articles, all about people who had vanished without a trace. And each one had one thing in common. They had all crossed Madeline Sinclair in some way. His hands trembled as he turned to a locked drawer in her desk. He found the key nearby and opened it. Inside, there were passports, different names, different identities, all with her face. Madeline Sinclair wasn't just a billionaire widow. She was someone else entirely. Suddenly, he heard footsteps behind him. "I told you not to come in here, Daniel." He spun around and saw Madeline standing in the doorway, her expression calm, but her eyes filled with something cold and dangerous. "Who are you?" Daniel whispered. "Someone who doesn't like loose ends," she said, stepping closer. Panic surged through him. He had to get out. He had to escape. But before he could move, she smiled. "Relax, Daniel. I like you. That's why you're still alive." She walked over to him and placed a hand on his shoulder, her grip tight. "You see, I didn't marry you out of love. I married you because I needed someone I could trust, someone I could shape into my successor." His blood ran cold. "Successor? Do you think I got this rich by playing fair? The world is cruel, Daniel. The sooner you understand that, the sooner you'll survive. I saw something in you, a survivor. But now, you've left me with a choice. Keep you close, or make sure you never speak of what you've seen." Daniel stared at her, his mind racing. He had two options: run and risk his life, or play along until he found a way to escape. He swallowed hard and forced himself to nod. "Teach me," he said, his voice steady despite the fear clawing at his chest. Madeline studied him for a long moment before smiling. "Good choice." 1 year later, Daniel sat in the same luxurious restaurant where Madeline had first proposed to him. But this time, he wasn't the struggling college student. He was dressed in a custom-made suit, wearing an expensive watch and holding a glass of the finest wine. Across from him sat a young woman, wide-eyed, desperate, and naive, just like he had been. "Marry me," Daniel said, his voice smooth and confident. "I will take care of you. You'll never have to worry about money again." The cycle was about to begin again. What would you do if you were in Daniel's place? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe to Stories of Hope for more incredible real-life tales. See you in the next one.